Hey, I'm Elise Baughman and I'm Pan, and I'm with Linda Young.
Frieza!
Yes. And this is Anime Adventures, where I interview anime voice actors.
Welcome to Anime Adventures!
What she said. So, Linda, I'm so excited to talk to you. We've been at Mega's Minicon all day. Let's talk characters.
Oh, let's do. Let's do.
I know, it's so hard, right? Let's talk Frieza.
Yes.
Tell me how you booked Frieza.
Well, this was many years ago, of
On
course.
a dark, stormy night.
I don't think it was
No.
dark and stormy, but it was in Fort Worth,
Uh-huh.
Texas, and they had actually a general call.
Oh, general audition?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends called me and said, hey, you want to go to this open call at some Japanese cartoon or something? I said, I don't know. I was doing something else. And she said, oh, come on. We'll do lunch. So I said, okay. So I went with her, and it was above a bank, a little studio. And they had us listen to various voices from Dragon Ball Z, lots of voices. Just get them in our head. Then we had to imitate. We had to go into the booth and imitate those voices. They were the Canadian actors on the Ocean Dome.
Yeah, the Ocean Dome.
And we had to imitate them because when they went from Canada to America here, they wanted the fans not to be able to tell such a difference.
Hey, where's Vegeta?
Looks like he's off training too.
All right, let's go ahead and start with Ox King. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that there was a nice little...
I imitated Frieza the best, I guess. That's
crazy.
She had a gravelly voice, and I could do the gravelly.
That's crazy. Because, yeah, you kind of look at you and I wouldn't go, oh, okay, so she's got the gravelly deep voice and I'm going to cast her as Frieza.
No. So
Wow.
anyway, that's how that happened.
That's how that happened. That's crazy. And you almost didn't go. Your friend had to talk you into it.
So
That's
I always
crazy.
have to remember to thank her.
And let's talk about some other characters, because then what we're going to get to, I did take viewer questions. And so I have a few questions first, and then I've got my viewer questions over here. So I did have you guys send in questions, and I'm going to ask Linda those. But I want to talk about some of your main characters first. I know you've done a ton of characters, and you've done a ton of acting and singing and all of this fancy stuff. Let's talk about this one.
That's Baba. Baba is my name. Telling fortunes is my game.
That's a funny name.
It's foreboding and mysterious.
Okay.
I love that.
I
And
love
you,
her.
that's every Dragon Ball series, right?
Yes,
every
yes,
franchise.
yes.
Yeah.
Still doing that one.
Yeah, how
And
fun.
she's a funny character, and she's just zany and silly and fun.
It's not polite to ask a lady her age. Right. So how old are you? Why, I never. Who do you think you are? You should learn some manners.
And then, Yu Yu
That's
Hakusho.
Genkai
Yeah.
from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Let's hear that.
And
Oh, I forgot to look at that so-called beautiful face of his.
And then Fairy Tale.
that's Porlyusica on Fairy Tale. She doesn't like humans, but she also has special abilities to heal. And she does love Wendy, the little girl that's with her.
Yes.
And she's just, her voice is just like, I don't like humans. They're always fighting. They never make any sense. Natsu had that tumor inside him. It's quite concerning.
What's crazy to me, so we both have worked on Dragon Ball and Fairy Tale and Yu Yu Hakusho, and we have never met until, I think, Kamehacon was the first time that we met. So I'm surprised our paths never crossed at Funimation, but that kind of happens.
It does happen because you're just in and out.
Yeah, you go in, you're in the booth by yourself, and then...
By yourself.
Okay, so I think, before further ado, we should ask questions.
Okay.
Okay, So, the first one is from SSJ Goshen 4. Big shout out to her. I love her. We're friends. And big shout out to the Goshen Force, too. Love y'all. Okay, so she wants to know, ask her how it felt to be a female voice actress voicing a menacing male villain. Did you find it challenging at first to come up and find the right voice for Frieza? Which we kind of covered part of that, but how did it feel?
Well, it felt great. At first, I really didn't know what Frieza was, to tell you the truth. I didn't know if it was a man or a woman or what it was. And when they told me that I got the part of Frieza, all I knew is it was going to be that gravelly voice, the hardest one to do. But when I started voicing it, I really enjoyed it and enjoyed being powerful. But I had to learn all of the, the sounds like,
Oh, yeah.
all the man sounds, that guys just do naturally.
Oh, and how did you learn that?
Chris Sabat helped me learn
Chris
a lot of
Sabat.
those. He did. He would make the sound and I would imitate it.
Oh God, it's Christopher Sabat, Goku. Wait, no, sorry. Am I Goku? No, Piccolo. You're Piccolo. Yeah.
There was a sound for everything, whether you're going up, going down, going sideways.
That is funny. That was the first thing I had to adjust to. It's like everything's like
Yes.
yeah.
And then they were big ones, with a powerful guy. So, but I enjoyed being the powerful, menacing, evil one. It was fun playing an evil character.
I don't get cast as villains often, but I hear it's very fun. Did you enjoy it?
It was fun. It gets, if you're feeling stressed or feeling down, you just get it all out. And then when you get out of the booth, you're like, woo, I'm feeling light and free.
Love that. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so LL Raven has a very good question. Do you like monkeys?
Do I like monkeys? How dare you ask me such a question? You know better than that. I hate monkeys.
Sorry,
You want me to tell you how I really feel?
There's your answer. That was fantastic. Oh my goodness.
You should laugh. That's how you should be laughing.
Oh, I can't because I'm laughing too hard at you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Karen Penjwani. She comments a lot on my channel, thank you. And she asks, can you ask her how she got into voice acting in the first place? And this is great because that's kind of different than the question of how you booked Frieza.
Yes.
But how did you get into voice acting?
Well, I was always an actress, like you are
yeah, an actress.
And of course, I went to college and studied theater arts and communications. And when I got out of college, well, first I got married, had my kids, but I'd always read them stories and use all the different voices.
Did you really?
Yes. And then, of course, I was in plays before that, before I had my kids. And then after, when they got a little older, I went back I worked in radio and I worked in advertising. And in radio, I was also a copywriter, so I could write all these commercials and put all these fun voices in them.
Oh,
and I could do the voices. So I got a lot of practice that way.
So you booked yourself?
I did. And then later, when I got an agent, I started just, going out on calls. You used to actually go to the studios all the time and audition. So I started doing a lot of the voice work with the regular acting,
Yeah.
Every kind of acting you could do, the print, the
On
industrials,
camera, yes.
the theater, the singing.
Yeah, you sing too, right?
Yeah.
Do you still sing a lot?
I do. I sing with a big band, and I sing with a smaller kind of a quartet, and then I sing with a group called the Sorta Sisters that do, I don't know if you'd ever hear of the Andrews Sisters, but they sang like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy
Oh, well,
in the 40s.
I know, yeah.
From Bette Midler.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so
Wow,
I sing with
really?
a lot of those groups. And that's
So-
a lot of fun.
You're like a triple or quadruple or
Well, I have to
something.
fake the dancing.
Oh. Do you?
And I have done it in musicals. Fishing
That's
tap.
awesome. Oh, I would love to
Thank you.
hear you sing.
Oh, thank
I'll have to see if I can dig up some footage. Singing.
Probably could.
That'll be my challenge. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We did get a lot of questions. I did a lot of copying and pasting late into the wee hours last night. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, this is pretty cool. Ultima Weapon says, I'd like to know if she does her voice for fun sometimes in her daily life. I'd also like to hear her call Pan a filthy Saiyan monkey, just like her grandfather. And he said he loves you and you'll always be Frieza to him.
Oh, thank you. Do I use it for fun? Hey, my husband's right over there.
He is.
Hey, Tom. Do I use the Frieza voice for fun at home?
All the time.
You be quiet, you stupid husband. I don't really do that, but that was just a lot of
That
fun.
would be fun.
That
Now you
right
can.
there was fun.
You've given her a good idea.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be driving home. Tom, go faster.
And you, Pan, you're a stupid Saiyan monkey, just like your grandfather.
Frieza, how dare you call me whatever you just called me?
That makes her a stupider Saiyan monkey.
Kami! Ah!
Oh, please.
Oh, please. That was a good one. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, and then we got so many nice comments too. Just like Charles Gibson said, her voice is wonderful. There were a lot of people, like Nicholas Rogers, had nice things to say. A lot of people just had great comments, and we thank you for that.
you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, here's a good one from Cameron Jr. 8. Have you ever met any actors outside of anime, like any big actors outside of anime, or even within anime that you just thought was a really cool experience?
Yes, I met lots of different actors and actresses, but there's one that'll interest all of you because you love anime, and that's Japanese Frieza, Mr. Nakayo. And I have met him several times, and we're friends. I mean, he brings me gifts when he
Oh,
sees
does he
me.
really?
He does, so no, I bring him
Aw.
gifts too. It's kind of a Japanese custom. And last time when we did a con together, it was North Carolina, and he asked me to dinner with him and all the other Japanese.
Really?
And a translator came along.
Uh-huh.
So as the dinner went on, it was almost as if I was just
Like,
understanding, you know, without, I mean, the translators were so good. And they taught me how to use chopsticks the right way.
oh, really? Are we all doing it wrong in America, probably?
I don't know. They said I did pretty good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they taught me kampai. You know,
What's that?
you wait till everyone gets a drink. And no one takes a drink until everyone has served their drink. That's their
Oh,
custom.
okay.
And then you raise your glass and say kampai.
Wow. So it really did feel like you were just having conversation with the
It
translators
was so
being
much fun.
so
We
good.
were just laughing and lots of fun.
And what's an example of a gift?
Okay, he gave me this really neat Frieza shirt
Uh-huh.
from Japan.
Oh, really?
And he gave me one of the manga comic books.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool that you
He
had
gave-
those experiences.
He gave me a Frieza face mask facial.
Oh, he did.
It looks like Frieza
There's a free face mask
in Japan.
facial.
He brings these gifts from Japan. Oh, and Japanese Kit Kats.
Oh, I've heard those are good,
Green
actually.
tea,
I've heard
yeah.
those are really good. That's so cool.
And his daughter's so sweet. She
Really?
always comes along, yeah.
Oh. Now, speaking of anime actors, your son is an anime
He
actor. I happen to know
is.
him very well, too.
Yes, John Bergmeyer.
Yes.
He
That's so
is.
cool. Did you get him into the business?
I did.
Yeah.
He was a student at North Texas, and when I first started years back, they needed some more engineers. And Chris Sabat was talking, and I said, I think my son would be good at that. And then we were talking, and Chris Sabat had seen my son's band, which he was in a band. So he goes, yeah, I think your son would be good. So he came in, and he got that. Then he ended up writing and voicing.
Wow, that's really cool. Have you ever been cast as his mom in an anime? No?
No, I mean the closest we, in Yu Yu, he's one of the young men. He's not my student, but he's a friend of my student. So that's probably the closest.
Okay. Yeah, I was telling her earlier, my first convention ever was with John. So it's pretty cool. Small little world, how it all comes back together. Okay, let's see if we can find one more question. I don't have time for all of them, but thank you again for sending stuff in. Let's see. Well, so this is a good one just to end on. Oh, even the name is awesome. Alliance of Awesome. That's the username. And they just want to know how you felt about voicing Frieza. And I think I want to add on to that, like not just Frieza, but how do you feel about voiceover in general and how it's just added to your life? Because it's been such a big part of your life.
It is. I really enjoy voice work. I've always said I love you can go in the studio and just wear jeans. You don't have to get dressed
Hair
up.
and a ponytail.
But I like that you actually become these characters. When you're in that booth, you're that character, and just picturing yourself as that character, and it's just fun. And also, when you're called in for little parts you don't know what they're going to be, that's so much fun, isn't it?
Oh, and you're surprised when you get there.
And you have no clue what your lines are going to be, so it's like cold reading. That's what it is, and it's just a lot of fun. It's just acting without the camera on you. And I love acting, and I know you do.
Yes, I do. Well, thank you so much. This has been so great. I think we should sign off in pick a voice. Pick a voice, any voice. Yes.
Which one should I do? Baba?
Yeah, do Baba.
Okay.
Yes.
What shall we say?
Bye.
Bye? Ooh! Let me look into my crystal ball. I think it was said, we love you all. We'll see you later. Ta-ta!
Bye. From Anime Adventures. Come again. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.